Nice. I like this. Oh, I
Hey
got
Twitch,
duster.
we're playing Ark Survival Evolved with Sorcerer Von Croy and myself, and we're gonna be having a good old time. We're about to go on an excursion to. I gotta level. I gotta grab some meat for myself. I'll be right back.
And how about
The
the
tame's
team
got some meat on them.
Team's got some meat, and
Yep.
probably also got stuff from the night in their winnings that they're able to do.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, how well did they do during the night? Because they were actually joining in the combat with the Rexes
Yeah, it doesn't
quite
look like
nicely.
there's any raw meat in them, but
Well, there's Fresh right now, but he was getting involved in the fights.
all right. Let's see.
And doing quite well at it. He did a kill or two himself, and I collected the goods and put them away in the proper spaces.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's make sure my gun is set with the appropriate ammo first.
Oh yeah, that would be a good idea.
Yep. That way you don't accidentally do like I
Yep.
did once while I was doing the milk collecting. I was so nervous I forgot. Had normal bullets. Oh, we've got something coming at us.
Not for long.
Okay, we got away.
Gotta regen stamina.
Understandable.
This beast has 2,000 stamina, over 2,000 stamina, but...
It goes quick.
Yep.
Because it's the triple boosts and then the forward speed type thing. And
Okay, we need to find a female wyvern.
usually at the hard end of the trench, all the way at the other end, and we've already got something aggroing towards us. This place has a lot of differing things that aggro towards us.
Yeah. That's a male. That's a female. On the left. Right there in front of us. Attacking the RG. Alright, that's a
Okay.
male. Oh, boy. Let's see. I'm gonna try and dart her to get her to come this way first. It's so dark. Why did it have to become night?
Yeah, it doesn't help that it's so nightimey. Okay.
Alright, it's aggroing. Inventory. Oh, no, not you. Inventory. E. Got it in the net. No, we got Oh, that's my my tame. What are you doing? What are you doing, tame?
You're trying to get the team out of the way if I can see, but I can't.
Oh, yeah, it's dark as hell.
Let's see. For some reason, it won't let me in the driver's seat.
Okay, ice wyvern down. Got her milk. Okay, where's Spellbound's over here? Let's get out of here.
That thing is eating the team.
Hop on.
Well, we probably won't have a female in there anymore after that. It looks like it's being eaten now.
Oh, well, they'll spawn another one. I hope. Nope, that didn't work. Okay. Guess we're going this way. Wolves. Don't want wolves. Raptors.
Oh, my character is okay. Cold. Okay.
Yeah, so my well, it's just warmed up. Eat something to recoup your health. It was another manum gar that was giving us trouble. Another one of my. That's why I thought my tame was getting involved, but tame was on passive.
No wonder I couldn't get on the other one.
Yeah. Okay. Excuse me.
Sorry.
Milk in the fridge or the cooler or whatever it is. Preserving bin.
And then 1 stack of 6 preserving salts.
Okay.
Because if you do any more, you're just adding waste salts.
Okay.
Because they all go down at the same rate, unfortunately. Because I tried doing multiple and I was like looking and testing and I was like, oh, well, the other groups are just being wasted because it's not adding any extra benefit.
Right. Okay. And I want to hatch, well, I want a cryopod because I'm going to hatch my wyvern.
And since I have 2 in there, I'd need to hatch 2.
Frosty. Okay, inventory E that. Come on. Cryopod U.
Lightning.
Okay, now get you upstairs and on the caretaker and get some milk in there. Cannot deploy, won't fit. Okay. Somebody's in the way. Come on. Okay, well, we'll take caretaker outside and get you on caretaker that way. Baby Frosty.
Spark.
Pick up baby.
equip. E. Access inventory. Select egg. This one. Analyze poison wyvern. Okay. Hatch egg.
Caretaker's outside because I couldn't deploy them in the flight deck.
Got the 2. Yeah.
I'm gonna put the milk back in the preserving bin because they come with food. They have some food on them to start with.
Okay, where is the
Caretaker's over here.
Headed outside here
Yeah,
somewhere.
over here.
Inventory. Equip. Place.
Okay, Baby Spark is behind you.
Let's see. Pick up baby.
You might have to move Caretaker closer, I don't know. Here.
I think I do. Pick up baby.
All right.
Next one. Equip. Pick up baby. They're all female. Okay, all on board.
Frosty's a male.
Well, at least one of them's a male somewhere in that group.
Yep. I wonder if you can breed dissimilar types of wyvern. Like a poison with a frost or something like that.
Probably not. The game is very strict when it comes to like the techie versus fleshy, and it has to be a techie with techie, fleshy with fleshy sort of thing. So they're probably similar with the rules on the other as well.
Yeah. We'll have to keep an eye on their food levels. Preserving salt spoils fast.
Yes, it does. It only gives like 20 minutes per
Salt.
each one.
Yeah.
And with a stack of 6, it gives you up to 2 hours. But they only stack in 6s, which is what sucks.
Yeah. Come on, Sparky, get off the building.
And the good thing is if you fall off and think you're going to get stuck in the corner, just duck down if you fall off the spiral stairs, and you'll be able to walk right out.
Okay. Well, that was a dark, exciting adventure, getting that wyvern milk. I didn't realize it was so late.
Yeah, it was definitely dark, and hopefully the female is okay over there, but
Yeah.
given the fact that that area is extremely inhabited by all sorts of crap, I'm gonna lean towards the fact that she's probably dead, which is bad. Finding
That would be
another one.
bad. Yeah.
Yes, it would. Finding another female without having Nate around who knows exactly where the other ones are.
Well, you could go to the fire place, which is by the volcano.
The fire wyvern. So yeah, because wyvern milk is wyvern milk. There's
Yeah.
probably no difference between the fireplace. Probably just as bad as the cold area because you
It's
dive
actually
in the heat.
worse, but yeah.
It's actually worse. Yeah,
Yeah. So, but
I'd believe it because you're also having to deal with lava. Looks like Mark has some lava clips.
Meng has level ups. That's up to Nate. And then simple Maywing egg.
And the good thing is as they grow, it becomes easier over time. And since there's three, we'd probably need 3 bottles each
Yeah.
time. So, and I
The
think
3
they
and
give
the
us
8
what,
is not even.
5 to 6. And doing 3 makes it uneven.
Yeah.
So maybe I should have.
Wait, 2, 4. Did you feed him already?
No, I didn't.
Oh, so
Yeah,
we only
'cause they
had
give
5.
5.
I thought we got more than that.
Yeah, I didn't touch them. I was just looking to check on the numbers because I wasn't sure if it was 5 or 6, and it looks like it's 5. So I may
That
have
sucks.
erred, which
Yeah.
means I may end up having to give up one of my 2, possibly. Because one of them is going to end up not getting fed each time if we do 2 bottles.
Yeah, you have to do 3 bottles, so shoot.
And then see and hope for the best, because I have noticed that when we were doing the 2, that when we would do like 2 bottles, it would sometimes leave one. So it may actually be okay.
Yeah.
But now that there's definitely 3, we'd have to try with 3 and see, and if it leaves the third one, kind of put it back for a time to
Their
allow
food
it
levels are
to-
pretty good. Your 2
Yeah.
have 900 food, and mine's got 700 and some food. So, for now, they're good.
Which is definitely good, and that'll last, I'd say, the 900 for at least an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Yeah.
So within that time, we can re-verify if the female is okay where she is.
You want to go check now that it's daylight?
So that we know if she's there, and then if necessary, go hunting for other near there.
Thank you for making a big deal out of poop and Spellbound.
Spellbound's one of those. I have to telegraph that I'm pooping types.
Yeah.
Like the Maywings, they're like, they do their tam 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 tam. Like, I'm pooping now. Observe the grandeur of pooping.
Where is it? Always.
I mean, it is kind of cool how they make these guys almost seem alive more than other games where creatures would just be around, but they wouldn't have their
Biological
little
functions.
personal idiosyncrasies between each of the species.
Mm.
Okay, what's coming at us?
Something's aggroed
Being
on
in the
us.
second seat, it's not so easy to see what's coming towards us.
No, but the nice thing about the second seat is you can ready your weapon.
Oh, an RG, I heard that one.
Yep, that one. Oh, we just got froze by another Mana Magar.
So the Manamagar is still alive here.
Yep. And the female Ice Wyvern is still alive.
Okay, good.
I got eyes on her.
Look like they're fighting or something over there.
We could possibly do her, get her again.
Probably best to wait.
Oh, we got the Mana Magar on us. Where'd he go? He's above there.
Okay, just in case. Should I put regular bullets or should I go with narc bullets?
Narcs.
Yeah, because I'm still using the narc darts or have the narc darts loaded. But probably best to wait on getting more milk.
Yeah.
Oh, we... Okay. Yeah, that's fighting whatever that other creature is over there.
Mm.
So I guess she woke up and she's been fighting that thing ever since.
Yeah, I guess.
So she's pissed right now. But at least she's alive. That's the important part. Because this is the trench that I know to go to, so... I know to be prepared to kill off some pissed off creatures before going after her. Because the creatures that are angered will definitely be more aggressive to an entering individual. That castle is awesome. I've always liked castles. Ever since I was a young, a very super youngling.
Oh, T-Rex. Hello. Goodbye. Stop pooping! Stop pooping! Damn it. Okay, I need to eat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can't jump from there.
Yep, that's the thing with the jumpable creatures is sometimes you get in one of those spots where it just won't let you jump. And with the fact that things can climb things more easily, yeah, those T-Rexes could easily just climb right up here if they really actually wanted to.
Right.
But thankfully, they kind of stay on their side of the area here, the overpass or underpass.
Wow.
They stay on their side of the pass, thankfully. Because if they didn't, it'd be very problematic.
Right.
That's why we've got the T-Rexes on guard. Even though most times they're killing super simple, non-aggressive things, it's better that they're there just in case there's one of those days where we're so busy that we're not paying attention to this, like, group of Rexes or Raptors that suddenly show up. Kind of like me, I was busy the other day taking care of fertilizer and stuff like that. And didn't realize that there was a saber-toothed cat sneaking up behind me. fact, that's one thing I need to look at. Which I'll probably have to collect some poo, which that's why I've got a Fioma for poo collecting. Okay. And an awesome side effect to doing this poo collecting and placing in the little bugger, we also get oil too.
Nice. What do we get out of the dung beetle? Oil?
We get fertilizer and dung, or we get fertilizer and oil.
Oil. Cool.
Yes.
Does the oil spoil or is it regular oil?
It's regular.
Nice.
And I've been slowly adding it to the resource locker to add to the oil stocks that we do have. So there's an actual supply of oil being produced in there.
Nice. A lot of fertilizer.
And that's just from overnight what got grown, and that's why I have 3 boxes there along with the 6 boxes outside around the farm plot section. So we'll have 2 different grouping areas that we can make sure that both the greenhouse as well as the plots outside are all taken care of in full. And carry weight does help increase the size and the amount that they're able to carry.
Oh, does it?
Yes, it does. Because if you look in comparison to the 3 that we started with, we're up to that with the carry weight that I've been adding. And that's why I went and I also got this Fioma, because the Fioma helps add quite nicely to the poop supply quite readily and easily.
Yeah, they make a lot of poo.
Yes, they poop a lot. So we've got our kind of mini Timon and Pumbaa going on in there. Let's see. I didn't see the carry weight this thing. Oh, it looks like. Oh, I'm accidentally eating it. Oop.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah.
It's bad for your health.
Probably gonna. Well, I've only eaten 2, so I might live.
Yeah.
I thought I was transferring. Thought I was hitting the T key.
Oh no.
That's video games for you, putting stuff so close together that you think, oh, they're good. No. And you look at your display and you're like, oh shit.
Yep, literally.
And at the same time, I've also been adding into the mix of the fertilizers. I've been adding in poop pellets from the snow owls here and there when I happen to notice one that's available for grabbing.
Right.
I've been adding those in for the crop plots. to decrease the dependency on the fertilization or fertilizer, but yet since we only have 2 snow owls poop, but they
It
don't.
always ends up in front of them. I think they're pooping out of their mouths.
Yeah, I think they are, which is odd. But yeah,
They're probably just puking up bones and stuff.
yeah,
There's
and
a
like
snow owl pellet. Here.
oh, a snow owl. Okay, cool. That must have just happened because I just looked there and it wasn't there, so it must have
Yeah.
happened right when you came up. But so far I have a few of the plots outside that have at least 2 snow owl pellets, and 1 fertilizer. And the nice thing is these things last like forever. And yeah, like that
Oh
one's
shit.
got 63, 155. Okay, here's one that needs a second one. Okay, and then grab some fertilizer, check on numbers. Okay, those 2 are empties. Oh yeah, I was gonna fill those from the Cooper next to us there, behind us, the outhouse. I never got to it because I guess I got sidetracked in exactly what I was doing.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh, this one's quite low. Okay, numbers. Yep. Because how I've been doing the mathematics in order to make things spread out is if it's over 100K or over 90K, 90 to 100K in fertilization,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of go with it and
Right. Let it be.
let it be with having about 3 excess. Let it be with about 3 bags of fertilizer,
Mm-hmm.
give or take plus or minus. If I end up with the luck of having the pellets, then I make sure that the pellets are also added into the mix.
I'm cooking some more meat because we're kind of low on cooked meat.
All right, sounds like a good plan. I noticed that myself when I was grabbing a stack for our rumping around the map. Okay, that set is all good. Now to check the fertilizer levels in the barn section here up in the greenhouse. Okay, those ones are empty. I need to get more fertilizer. And Erebus UK said I should put a vault in the barn area, but I was like, well, yeah, I could, but
Yeah.
what if we need to move it? I think it would be easier just to have kind of like 6 regular, larger size storage boxes for in the barn than putting on an expensive vault in,
Right.
and then having to destroy it because it ends up being in the way. if we end up having to expand more. I'd rather it not be there for us to not have to worry about that.
Makes sense.
And I didn't want it taking up too much space inside the dung beetle enclosure because we got 3 creatures in there. We got the added in Listrasaur for giving the growth buff on their stats. And of course, we've got the Fioma as our auxiliary poop control. That's a funny way of thinking of that, auxiliary poop control. But it's the guarantee that if you need poop, you've got it right there, because all you have to do is stimberry them, and Fiomas will suddenly become a Niagara Falls of poop.
Right.
Which is why it's the recommended partner for the dung beetle, so that they're not so alone in their little enclosure. They just got lucky in having a third roommate with the Listrasaur, because the Listrasaur that's nearest was too far away to actually be able to give buff. Okay. I need to go get more fertilizer for these last few. Okay, where's the door? I'm getting lost in a simple box. And I removed all of the fly-infested boxes.
Oh, the composting boxes?
Yeah, because I think our dung beetle, if appropriately monitored, and if we add at least one more dung beetle into the mix, we will definitely be gaining everything we need straight from there, plus as well as the personal crapper. But we're definitely making major progress in eventually being able to fight an Ark boss.
Right. We're getting the goods.
Yep. It's going to take us time to finish finding another good techie T-Rex. So if in your flyings around, if you're like in during a time when like Nate or I are not, we happen to notice a female Tech Rex,
grab it.
Grab it, and or let us know where it's at if you don't have the time to grab it. That way one of the two of us can grab the female Tech Rex to add to our male Tech Rex, and we can start breeding an army of Tech Rexes for the fight. Because the regular Rexes are really, really, really good, but the Tech Rexes
are better.
Like make them look like Swiss cheese. There's a lot of holes in the plan when it comes to the regular Rexes. Because if you look at the stats, if you compare the stats between our 2 male fleshy T-Rexes and our male Tech Rex, the male Tech Rex is like he's the prime one.
No, he's a higher level too, isn't he?
He's a higher level, and at the same time, I noticed it even with what her name, Opal, I think I called her on the other map. Even her stats were making the fleshies look simple.
Oh.
So I think it's a given that Tech Rexes have just a little bit more oomph than the fleshy versions.
Mm.
And at the same time, it's also good for being able to farm parts.
Right. Definitely good
The
for
ones
parts.
that turn out not being so battle worthy looking, they're the
Mm-hmm.
ones that we can farm for the parts. It's a kind of sad way of thinking about it, but the unfortunate thing is this is actually happening in real life right
Yeah.
now with farm stocks and things like that.
Mm.
Farmers selecting which ones will be the breeders that will stay around for a lifetime of walking around fields, and others, well, yeah,
Yeah.
they're designated for another path, which I myself greatly appreciate their sacrifice in that manner, and I always give thanks
Mm.
because for if not for them, I myself would probably not exist.
Mm.
We're up to 70 extra oil
Nice. Where are you putting it?
in the Ross resource bin
Oh,
upstairs,
okay.
separate
Yeah, I see
from
that. Oh,
the
so
main area
70
where,
just from the beetle.
yeah, 70 just from that beetle alone. And that's just one beetle, and they
Like
can
one
go up.
day.
Yeah, that's like only 1 day's worth of growth so far. And it'll increase because it's giving it like in 10s and 12s and things like that. But like Erebus was saying, his right now he has up to 20 poos that he can put in. He gets like a plethora of fertilizer and 20 oil every time he goes to check.
Nice.
So it'll be on the increase.
Mm-hmm. I gotta work tomorrow, so I can't stay up all night again.
Understandable.
So,
But I myself did a little extra napping to make sure I could stay up if need be.
okay.
And it's probably better that way instead of doing the sleep, wake kind of thing. I just know that in 8 hours before I do rest, if I should have to rest, I absolutely have to go for milk again.
Yeah.
Okay, let's check on the oh, you're already up here checking, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Check one of them here. See how.
I'm watching mine because it hatched the first, so it's probably got the lowest food.
Yeah, because I was going as quickly as possible, but it took me a minute to get downstairs and then realize where you parked the caretaker. We got very lucky and very blessed at finding a decent safe zone for the base as well, because it's been a much nicer experience base-wise than
Mm-hmm.
our other bases of choice.
Yeah, this one's been pretty good to us. Didn't have to build a wall, which is nice.
Thankfully, and anything that does come that could be threatening, we've either seen and taken out, or our Rexes, our
Our Rex
defense.
is, yep, dealing with them.
Yep. Crafted items. Anything need put in folders? Nope. Okay, blueprints. Anything need put in folders? Yep. We got armor and a saddle. Chem items. Chem items are looking good. Okay, that's a trophy that shouldn't be in the area there. Okay, that's all the clay that's left is 12. Someone else must have used a little, unless that's all that was left. Okay, and then there's raw material.
Oh, chem items are in there and not... Okay.
Yeah.
So I put these in the wrong spot.
Be nice little red-looking tongue. We've got 2 of them. What are those? Okay, those are lungs, not tongues. Well, lung and tongue. Who would have thought that those 2 words in English would somewhat rhyme? Lung, tongue, tongue, lung, lung. Lung, tongue, sung, young, chop suey.
Okay.
I don't know. Hong Kong Fooey. Ancient television. Back in the days when scan lines were a thing.
Yep.
And you look
static
closer
was visible.
just to see the scan line, because if you were like looking and you didn't see the scan line.
You remember the Scrambled channel on TV?
Oh yeah, yep. That channel, which always was scrambled, because yes, it had content unsuitable for young eyes.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'd sit there and we'd make believe that we could actually see the images every now and then.
Right.
Super entertaining moment in history. The good old days when things were so much simpler and nicer. The adults had to worry about everything. Just got to go play
When nudie mags were the worst you could find and there was no internet.
Yep. And there was no internet, and all we had was TV and radio and cable and the scrambled channels on the cable. If you lived in the right areas and you were close to the Canadian border, you could actually watch some Canadian TV. And, well, Canadian TV is a little bit freer, not as censored. City TV up from Toronto, for example.
Yep. City TV has softcore porn on it sometimes.
Exactly. Midnight would hit and bam, there you go. Softcore porn. Then you'd sometimes across the Great Lakes. The lakes are awesome because they're also huge ass mofo antennas. Because I lived over in Erie, Pennsylvania, way back in the day. And I used to watch television from Detroit.
Oh, yeah?
And it's only because it would bounce off the lake. And I found it interesting and fun, trying to find out-of-town channels that I could get a signal lock on and then fine-tune. And I would spend hours just sitting there with the fine-tuning knob. Unlike modern digital things where it's like you're either on the channel or you're not on the channel.
Right.
Back in the day, you had your clicker that you'd switch from channel to channel. Then you had your fine-tuning knob on the outside of it if you had the right TV set, and you could fine-tune it and lock in on the signal exactly. So it's like the digital is great. It's definitely not a bad thing at all. The bad thing about it is it's super easy to control, and yeah. So we say we're the land of the free and the home of the brave, but we're also the inventor of the control mechanisms that are in existence now, such as digital television. They're even working on doing full digital radio instead of the way it has been. They experimented with that with AM back in the day when they were doing the AM stereo. but they discontinued that because the radio sets were causing way too much radiation and radiation sickness from users of the AM stereo sets. So it was discontinued as a practice. But yeah, continued events of attempting to digitize everything for greater
I've got an
control.
HD. I had an HD radio in my previous car. I
Oh
had to get
wow!
it aftermarket, but can't do it in my
Yeah,
new car
normally,
because it doesn't have a standard DIMM slot style radio.
yeah, where you can just slide it in and it just plugs right into the system and
Well, you have
everything.
to wire it in, but yeah,
Yep,
it
the
does.
ones way back in the day where you'd have to like plug everything in and make sure that everything's plugged into the correct plug.
Yeah.
And color coding on the car stereos was similar to in-house color coding, but you could get very easily confused if you didn't have the right adapter. For example, if you like bought a Pioneer unit and your harness was designed for like a Sony, you'd have to get a special harness plug that would switch from the Pioneer to the Sony to the Pioneer kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very confusing industry when it came to the car stereos. In fact, there's this neighbor that I have now that I wish I didn't have that lives
Oh.
nearby. Oh, our dung beetles kind of like moved around and got stuck in a corner. Well, we'll just let it be as long as it's not getting hurt.
Yeah, I took 2 fertilizer and 2 oil out of it, so
Ah, cool.
and filled it back up with dung.
Okay. Meant to drop that. Oof. I actually did that visually and I hit the click to consume. Ark, the accidental poop intake mechanism. Kind of like what was Ark's devs thinking.
Uh-oh. Everything just went nuts.
Yep. Oh, holy crap.
I hit the minus key on my keyboard. I don't... or plus. They're not following me.
I think
I don't know what they're doing.
Aggro to stuff or something. Let's see. Behavior. Yep, they've all been switched to aggressive.
Oh. Okay, options, back, behavior.
Find the button that says whistle passive. Whichever
Passive.
button that would be.
I don't know.
At options.
Options, keyboard bindings, whistle, passive, semicolon. Okay, I just did that. I did semicolon. Did they all go passive?
And not all of them. Some of them still seem to be flying around nutty-like. Where's my mouse? These guys are like down here.
Arthur, what are you doing down here? Going nuts. Ah, the hallway's blocked. God. Simple accidental keystroke and everything goes crazy. Okay, quirk, behavior, passive.
Need a little bit more room for the RG there, I think.
Okay, Marvin's on passive. Arthur's now on passive.
And Pterodactyl has level ups.
Okay.
Okay, Cinna. Okay. Okay, where did... I just put Cinna down and Cinna just ran off somewhere.
Oh shit. There. That's Victor. That's yours.
Yeah, that's
Vorik.
Vorik.
Vorik, I mean.
And I thought
Where
Cinna
the hell
was
did Cinna
okay
go?
because Cinna wasn't going nuts when I moved Cinna over towards Nate, and then it just disappeared, ran off someplace. Where'd it go? Cinna, oh, the door's open. Where did Cinna go?
I don't know. I don't think Cinna has a tracking tag.
Oh, dude.
Because I just looked in the tag, the teleporter, and they're not.
Okay, I found them.
Found them?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's try this again. Put Cinna down here. Okay, go to behavior. Passive. Okay, now Cinna's safe. Cinna won't run away.
Thankfully, they can't get too far away because of the dino leash.
Yeah, luckily they would still be within range of the base, but since, yeah, let's remedy the non-tagged flyer issue. Consumable. Okay, Cinna's now on the list, so...
Good. Peggy, are you aggressive? You are passive. Okay. Yeah, I hit minus or plus or some combination of the two, and it. Yeah, let's see. Quark. Get you unfudged.
You know, it's kind of cool that right around the time that Year of the Tiger started happening is when we got the griffins.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
the griffins are within the canine family, or not the feline family
Right.
of wild cats. Positioning for
Ark's on
slightly better
passive.
comfort jumping off the mounts when they're like right next to the thing there. Because it's like good to know that there's at least that little bit of space.
Right. Okay, should
Okay,
we
it only
move
affects this
the
particular
caretaker a
building.
little bit away from the wall so we can get to both sides of him?
Oh, caretaker probably ended up getting moved by all the
Excitement,
action
yeah.
happening. Because I have noticed that dino interaction happens and they push each other around and looks like this upper floor is a little discombobulated, but not badly. This floor looks like it fared the best out of the
I
floors
kind of
so
put
far.
things. Ryan and the birds. I kind of put them back.
Well, you did a pretty good job. It made it look almost like nothing happened up here.
Okay.
And then Mr. Peter Griffin. I think my name choice for the Griffin helped me gain a follow.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because they were like perfect Griffin name and instant
Right.
follow right after that comment. And I
Nice.
think they lurked for the rest of the evening while I bored everyone with, like, what do I do now kind of thing, because how do
Right.
you top that? Not so easy. Okay. Uh, Another nugget from the collection of snow owl.
How low do you think we should let the food get before we feed the wyvern babies?
I let it go down as far as about 100
Okay.
at max, because that way it gains the best out of the total amount of time that it allows between.
What did I do? Why is scroll wheel now pulling up shotgun? What the hell?
Scroll wheel is pulling up shotgun.
Options. Keyboard bindings.
Probably accidentally bumped one of the things in there. You'll probably have to hit the unfortunate reset, because if you've set anything else, you'll have to reset that other stuff too. Unless it's only for the keyboard bind that it allows to reset, but I think that this game
Yeah, I
is.
just reset the keyboard bindings. So. Oh, I think it
Yeah,
messed up the
hopefully.
graphics too.
Yeah, it probably reset the graphics, so you might have to go through and readjust everything, because their reset is kind of universal and it like resets everything, which is like a real pain in the butt.
Now, which is the one we don't want light bloom, right?
Yeah, you want to turn that one off, because that one does like the way super mega brightness sort of thing. But it's like everything else I left on or checked as according to their typical default, except I have turned off the motion blur, because that's just,
Yeah, motion blur sucks.
yes, it does. I agree 100%. About the only game you cannot do that to throughout history has so far been GTA 3, but they refer to it as the light streaks. And if you turn that off, it starts causing your cars to have weird graphics glitches,
Oh.
which is weird. But that's GTA 3. Luckily, it's only on that particular game title that happens to. That, and I think Vice City, because Vice City had the same thing. It was on the same engine pretty much, maybe up a number or two, but still pretty much the GTA 3 engine was also the Vice City engine. At least back in the day. Now it's all under that new thing if you get the updated remake.
It even reset alphabetical sorting, which is weird. But I was able to fix that with looking at just one container, so.
Yeah. Mine, for some reason, on the Steam version, I can't get mine to stay with having the alphabetical sorting when I look at something.
That's weird. Because I don't have that. I'm not seeing that.
Okay, yeah, it finally adjusted itself because now it's actually got it doing it the way it's supposed to. Because I just looked in the raw resources and everything in there is set with the alphabetical sorting.
Nice.
Those growth pains between the Epic to the Steam version.
Yeah.
Which the unique thing is the Epic version is the Steam version because if you look into the game itself and you start looking through the files, you'll start finding the Steam info files.
Right. Slightly modified, like it doesn't ping all the servers.
Yeah, it's definitely modified to the system that Epic would work under, so it changes up a little bit of it. And it is better over there. It does find servers faster than it does over on Steam.
It finds servers faster, but it doesn't sort them as efficiently.
Yeah, Steam's sorting does much better on the sorting. Because that I have noticed, when you click the differing options of things that you want it to find, it instantly starts finding them, whereas Epic would sit there for equipment and be like, you want what?
Right.
As Epic would always require you to click the refresh button. The Steam version doesn't require you to have to do that all the time.
Cobalt's trying to become the building.
Cobalt's trying to become the building.
Yes.
Good Cobalt. Good. That's what we want. We want you to make the enemy think that you're this inanimate object, so when it comes close, you can just bite its face off.
Oh, he also has a level up.
A level up. Those are the words. Oh, yeah, he was over at the barn.
He was trying to walk through the barn.
Yep, that's a typical common thing they like doing. Okay, let's see. 10K, 12. 2,000. Yeah, we'll give a little bit more carry weight.
Oh, I have an egg on me. I should put that in the fridge.
Oh, not over here, Cobalt. Over this way. Here. You're knocking me off. Let me in the driver's seat. Thank you. See, if you come over here, you don't get stuck in that little alleyway that I created. So keep an eye out over here. There you go. And you're actually happy. Most times they end up, okay, immediately just walking around in circles for a quick minute going, okay, they put me where? I wanted to go down that neat alleyway. It looked cool. But yeah, the dinos get stuck here because of my trapper that I put there.
Oh.
But it worked out because it was like right between the two buildings. And I think that if there was something of this sort... Oh, bless you, or whatever.
Excuse me. There's a tamed parasaur across the water. Female.
Yes, that would be Nate's tech parasaur that he grabbed before he realized that I had already grabbed the two tech parasaurs that we already have. So he chose to set that one free.
Okay. I didn't know you could set them free.
Yeah, you just unclaim them, and then it takes 8 days for them to wait before they become wild again.
Oh, okay. So
hopefully they live. I've considered doing that with Randy, But every time I want to go do it, it's kind of like, no, I love Randy. Randy is useful.
Right.
I keep ending up in that loop. So that's why Randy is still in there as the oddball out in the grouping of Parasaurs. Because he has been useful. He's also a nice name. Randy's always been a name I liked. Okay, continuing on after doing a fertilizer, checking food stocks for the food plants. Okay, we're gonna need some meats and veggies. But we've kept it so well stocked that the animals have not had to worry whatsoever on any of the days that we have been like later or whatnot in joining or coming to the show.
I gotta remember the poop on the toilet before I do my narcotics in the first thing. Because you get an experience boost for pooping on the toilet.
Yeah, oddly enough, you do. It's one of those fun things.
Yeah.
Plus, it gives health benefits too, I think, too.
Oh, does it?
The healthy act of excreting waste.
I will BRB, folks. I'm gonna get some more water. And I have returned. Hope you didn't miss me.
It was so short, I didn't even realize you left the room. Although I know you left the room because you mentioned that you were leaving the room. Okay.
How's our metal?
Metal supply? I'm not 100% sure on that.
See, there is less than 300 in the fabricator. Less than 200 in the bullet factory, and there's 400 in the smithy.
Yeah, so it sounds like there might be a need to increase metal stocks.
Yeah. Come on, Arthur.
Yeah, it's good to see that he's still alive and well, wagging the tail over there. When you use the scope, it puts up the red outline. So
yeah, that's how I noticed him.
It's been a few days now. I think he's about halfway through the trial of being returned to the wild.
Are you coming? Just curious. If you
I
want to
will
come.
be. I'm working
Okay.
on the final step for feeding.
Okay.
The final trough. You know.
What time is it in game? It is 17:40.
Not wasting troughs. Way. Okay, should I bring in RG for carrying?
It'd probably be helpful. You'd probably get more that way.
Oh, I should also grab one of the guns and a bit of gas. Weight collector, gas can. In other words, drill and gas can. Oh, we have enemy Argentivus.
Okay. Or wild Argentivus, yeah.
Yes. We have multiple enemy Argentivuses.
Okay. Do we need to combat them? Oh yes, you are in combat. One down. Two down.
Okay, good. Guess that little scary moment is taken care of. There's metal right there. Device active. Whoa, look at all this stuff on board here.
My RG's overloaded with me. So, RG follow. Behavior follow. Come on, Arthur. I'm heading back to the teleporter.
Metal node.
Good,
Use the
Arthur.
metal stocks, you don't accidentally end up eating those.
Right.
Okay. Heading back to teleporter now. If I can
Come
get...
on, Arthur, land. Okay. Good bird.
Am I going the right way? I think. Okay, there's water that side. Okay, here we go. Here's cliff and there's the building.
Oh. Okay. Teleport. Out base. Arthur, you're in the circle, right? Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Excellent. Then I'll get out of the way. So...
Okay.
It was like right when I was doing it, I was looking at the thing for doing water and getting water. And it just came out that way with that particular vocal inflection. It was like, oh, a good one. Yeah, definitely a good day for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, lordy. Yeah, okay, still some time.
Yep, definitely want to do some HP increase here a little. I know at one point one of the attackers did like high numbers too, and I was like, oh shit. So I saw a yellow like 245. I'm like, oh boy, what got me like that? Because normally my Argentivis, the way I do their power, they usually end up being so OP that the things that they're attacking end up dying faster.
Oh.
And I've got those stats like I did on the other, but now since we're PvE, they're probably the enemy is probably just as OP.
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
Now it makes the things out in the wild stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Not that they're not strong in PvP, because in PvP you've got a double-edged sword going on. You've got crap that's going to kill you from behind secretly and eat you, and you've got people that are hunting to kill you.
Yes.
I fear the people more than I do the wild on that aspect.
Most certainly. I'm curious. Come on, Spellbound. Let's see if we can get you into a flight deck.
Oh, see if Spellbound could fit somewhere.
And actually get a boost from the little guys.
Oh, yeah, that too. Let's see. This flight deck here, kind of full. See if we can figure something out here. Which one do you want to try to go for? Top?
I'm trying to go for the top one, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get him in there. I think he's too big.
Well, you could try up on the roof, up above.
Yeah, I got him on the roof. He's out of range of the little doggo guy.
Go for dead center, possibly. See if dead center up top, because that's about where the doggo is. It's about center.
Oh, it's hard to
Is he
do
still out of
precision
range?
landing with this guy.
It's like 4 space height, and I think they go for about a distance of 3. In direction similar to like the teleporter radius. So it probably is just out of range. But what we could do is I could go hunt for another Listersaur. And if you put them in a spot outside, let's see, good spot outside. In fact,
I almost had him on the roof.
Almost had him on the roof.
Yeah, again, I had him before, but
this spot right here that we kind of opened up next to the teleporter, if you park them up here and I go get another Listersaur,
oh right,
put the Listersaur up top here, we can have him just park up there and have him on passive, and I'll go get a Listersaur and bring it up here, and then he can have his own personal Listersaur.
That'd be great. Thank you. Behavior stance passive. Listosaurs are pretty common in this area, aren't they?
Yep. You just have to go either direction and you'll probably find something. Just have some purple berry on you. You happen to get lucky and find it. Purple berry. I know I put the purple berry. There it is. There's a stack. The nice thing about the Listersaur is they're passive tame, so you just walk behind them and hand them berries from your inventory. They usually tame pretty quickly within 2 to 3 feedings.
I found one. I found a couple. Oh, damn it. My Cinecrops screamed.
Oh.
Scared him.
Well, here's one decent level, too. We just have to wait for it to be not panicked.
Yeah.
should calm down.
Compies.
Oh, so I hit the water button by accident. Okay, there we go. First feeding. Looks like it'll take 3. You have to hate those little compies because they just run up to you and they look like, oh, we're going to be nice little friends for you. And then they start attacking you and it's like, oh, you little bitch.
Oh, the big thing's growling again.
Not sure how to spell murder. Behavior. Okay, let's get back to base here. Have you meet your new friends? And that's so interesting and neat how it's kind of like the dinos spawn in first and then the building spawn-ins around them. So you just see these floating creatures in the middle of the air for a quick second.
Yep. It's kind of funny that way, huh?
Yeah.
It depends on how fast you approach, too.
Very true. Very true. If you approach very fast, everything kind of like blips in all at once. But if you like go in slowly, you kind of get the dinos spawn in, and then the building spawns in.
Marge?
Yeah, I wanted to name it Marjorie, but I was like, I'm not sure how to spell Marjorie, so I just Marge, short for Marjorie.
Hey, Marge Simpson.
Yep, that's exactly who it was about. Level 70, a level 104. And then if anything does go after it, I always put everything now into HP, so if anything does manage to start picking at them, it gives them a major chance of surviving it while they wait for defense to come. Okay, make sure you're out in front of the ring. Excellent. And then right up over here. And then disable following and give you some more HP. Already got some decent HP, 432. It's actually pretty darn good. There we go. Now we've got Spellbound getting the buffs.
Nice. Something below it is getting a buff too.
Yeah, the stuff in the lower room.
Jade and Zeb. And some other ones.
Oh, yep, looks like this room got a little discombobulated. We've got a few issues.
Oh, did this room go ape as well?
Yep.
Behavior.
Let's see which
stance,
one did we have.
passive.
Behavior. Passive. It's unique how the one section ends up like that, and then others don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Horses are all over the place. Just who's, what's, where's. Yeah. It's gonna take time to. Okay, I'm stuck on someone's nose, and now I'm stuck behind all the tames. Can I sneak out? No, I can't. Behavior.
Where's Randy go?
Randy was kind of next to the kangaroo one.
Oh.
I had moved him down one so that I had a stall that I could fit the dragon in.
Okay. Next to Jade. Okay, Charity's still on passive.
It's unique how certain ones end up getting missed when that sort of event happens, and how like it's like, how did they get missed? If everyone else got hit by it, why didn't you? It's like, what makes you holy? We need the secret. The secret of the news. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. TNMG. Now that's the TNMG that I know. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Pizza eating Squirtles.
Okay. Yeah, that's dealt with. Now it's nighttime, so we're kind of stuck. Oh no, it's dawn. Yeah, I'm just about out of time too, dang it.
Yeah, it's almost 1 a.m. my time.
I was hoping to feed the wyvern before leaving.
Oh. How close are they? What's the numbers?
300 on mine, 370. And yours is at 500 and... 500.
What's right? So HP. Carry weight.
Be careful not to press R when you're on a mount because you'll throw your cinnamon away.
Yeah, it kind of toss it off you. Because I learned that the hard way, and it doesn't take you having to do anything more than just press it, because that's all you have to do is press it. Because I was thinking, oh, access cinema crops, inventory, blah, blah, blah. No, when you're on a mount, it kind of reject. And I'm like, okay, nice use of the R there.
I like Spellbound. Spellbound's cool looking creature.
Yeah. Spellbound's definitely awesome indeed.
I'm hoping my Ice Wyvern turns out pretty good too.
Oh, your Ice Wyvern's going to be awesome. And it flies like a normal flyer.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about those special boost moments and things like that. You get a little bit of a break.
Is it dawn or dusk? It is dawn.
Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it would be dawn. It looks like it's getting brighter up.
Yeah. I checked the clock.
I would have too, but I was in a Tame's inventory, so the availability of checking a clock while doing it is unfortunately not available.
You can switch over to view yourself while you're in a Tame's inventory.
Yeah, that's right. I should have thought of that.
Well, that's not a big deal, but just something to remember.
Food for thought. Yeah.
Like when you don't have to take your armor off when you're not, like when you're gonna repair your armor, you can be at the bench and access your own inventory at the same time. You don't have to take it off first before you access the bench.
Okay. Well, that I definitely did not know, that you could repair the armor at the bench while you were still wearing it.
Oh, no, not while you're wearing it. You have to take it off before you can wear it, but repair it, but you don't have to take it off before you access the bench.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's what I meant.
Understood, huh?
Yeah. Shucks. I'm excited. Let's see. I named my Ice Wyvern Frosty.
Good name. I wasn't exactly sure what to name mine because it was like spur of the moment and I don't know what the sex is sort of thing.
Right.
So it's like, who, what, where, when, why. So my names may end up changing.
The Spark and...
Yeah, Spark I knew because I was just like, well, it's the electric one, so Spark.
Yeah.
So it fit. It was like one I already chose. As far as the poison one, I wasn't exactly sure. And I didn't want to be rude, and because there are so many like individuals that I could easily just take their name and be like, okay, there you are, you're toxic poison creature.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be, I want to be polite about it, essentially.
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah. I want to be with douchey in 2022. Oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're up to 11 poo that it can hold at once.
Nice.
Progress.
Mm-hmm.
And since we don't need this food at
Wow,
present,
we get a lot of eggs.
yeah, we do end up with a lot of eggs over time, especially since we're like holding them for the large part for making the
Kibble.
kibble, and then
Yep.
there's also the ones that could be potential replacements for those
Yeah.
moments when accidents happen, unfortunately. We definitely have a large supply of the ice wyvern type.
Yeah, we do. A lot of them are low level though.
Well, let's see. We've got
Like one of
yeah,
them's
level
two
60,
of them are level 14 and 18.
level 70, level 18, and I already have a level 14 that's been on the increase, which is in the freezer.
Hmm.
So
Let's
I've
see.
already kind of taken one of the low level ones because it was the one
There's
that was
Levi.
given to me. What's that?
Oh, I was just looking at Levi.
Ah, okay. And then since we're not currently drilling, I can put the drill back.
Levi's health is kind of low. Huh. Levi is a carnivore, isn't he? Oh, there we go.
Levi, uh,
The magmasaurs.
they eat rock.
Oh, they eat rocks.
Yes, they eat rocks. That I remember from Nate letting me know that if I ever had the situation, since I'm usually one of the folks that takes care of the animals, he's like, make sure that if you've got a magmasaur that you're having to feed, it eats rocks. So I should probably put rocks in the feed bins again, but since we didn't have any magmasaurs out for a long time, I took the rocks out because they were needed for, of course, building the buildings. I was like, where do I get rock without having to run away for a billion miles? Steal it from the food truck. You know you want to. Kind of that evil thought in the back of the head, that little devil that sits on the shoulder, the yin and the yang.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, you know you want to sneak that holy wine, but Father will hate me. How will he know if you put water in the bottle?
Yeah, they're kind of slow smelters too.
Yeah, it's like a slight crust between the forge and the smithy. They're kind of like the in-between forge capability, but they forge pretty quickly. So if we've ever got one of those days where it's like we just need metal, 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 and more metal, pull out the magma swords, have the industrial forge doing its thing, and then we'll have metal ingots out the butt, out the wazoo.
They also eat sulfur, don't they?
I know when they're young they eat sulfur when they're babies,
Yeah.
which is why we have a lot of sulfur around. And it's like each one of their horn-like things is like a mini volcano that occasionally erupts with flame.
Yeah, when you're smelting that, that's what happens. It's kind of cool.
That is definitely awesome indeed. Then the fireballs like that completely blow rock apart.
Right. Pretty cool.
It's like looking in the face of hell.
Trying to get him healed up because he's got 10,000 HP, but only 6,000 of it's.
Well, let's see if I don't know if freezing a guy like that. Let's.
Oh, the snow owl.
Yep, let's try a snow owl to help out.
Oh, he stopped smelting.
Looks like he continues smelting immediately after though.
Yep.
And it's kind of an interesting kind of cockpit-like cabin that they have you sit in.
Yeah. It's kind of cool looking, I think.
It's understandable as well because you'd have to have a certain protective barrier from all the flame and heat. Definitely helping improve the health. Definitely.
Yep. Smelting uses up food fast.
Yes, it does. Kind of like stamina use on.
Which is kind of
flyers
helpful
or-
because it by forcing them to eat, they heal.
Yeah. Then adding in the snow owl helps increase the speed a little bit. So guarantees protective health.
Oh, that's cool. I just pushed
Nice.
spacebar.
And nice roar kind of thing. there.
Yep. And flames came out and stuff.
Yeah. in the very teeniest, tiniest amount of health requirement. Almost up to full.
Almost 500, 500 or 600 more health, and he's full. Uh, 300 left. These guys are good at gathering stone and metal, that's for sure.
That I would definitely believe. It looks like he's about ready for a level up almost. Getting real close in the HP, or in the EXP, XP. That should have your health at full now.
Yep, health is full, thank you.
I like that you can actually back up the snow owl, unlike the Argentivas or other flyers.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually walk backwards with the snow. I think that's so cool. Because there's like so many times when I was like just a notch off of a proper parking spot with an RG, and I have to do this spin around, spin around, spin around until I finally get the spot. Whereas, like with the snow owl, you just go to the general area and then you can squeeze yourself into the spot just right.
I'm gonna turn off smelting. No, wrong button. Let's see, disable smelting because he's using up all the stone.
Yep, got to make sure he's got a certain amount of food that he doesn't eat immediately.
Made him poo, but I can't find his poo. Oh well. Let's get your metal off of you and into the different places. And then let's bring the stone in because I think we were getting kind of low on stone. After all that construction we did yesterday. That disease was a pain, though.
Yep, that definitely was different. I knew it was bound to happen eventually, though.
Yeah. At least it wasn't permanent.
Very true. Because there is that one that is.
Yeah.
So we're lucky it wasn't that one.
That's for sure.
Because if it was, then we'd be restarting characters after we, like, made sure everyone was killed off.
Yeah. Oh, that would suck.
Yes, it would. Because we'd have to let everyone die or kill them at distance.
It's time for me to quit, so I'm gonna go ahead and say good night to everybody, and good night to you, Vaughn. I was gonna start a raid. And folks, it's been fun. I wish I could play longer, but I can't. And well, until next time, have a good night. Bye.
Thank you for the raid.
You're most
Greatly
welcome.
appreciated.